think a lot of these days. It's been months since then, but the quote keeps coming back to me. Going back a few years before, and the story becomes clear. There was a girl. I met her at a leadership conference at her university. It was the start of the whole thing, the conference and the relationship. I didn't know her, but she was alone, and I wanted to get to know her. Walked up straight to her and asked her if she knew what color my pen was. Apparently it mattered at the time, but I can't remember. Don't remember what happened after either. All I know is we became friends that day. We broke that pen at some point too. A casualty I'm glad to have made, cause in return, this girl became the person I was closest to. We were great friends, and eventually even lovers. I was so lucky. We had our ups and downs, but we went through it all and learned from each other as well. She was my first in so many ways. I'm glad to have gone through all that. I made a mistake though. My culture, religion, and family all led to me to think that it wouldn't work out. For example, I was told by my mom that it would break my father's heart, that the people back home would never understand. A certain anxiety in me festered, and I decided to break up with her. I should never have done that. One of the biggest mistakes I ever made, and I've made a lot of mistakes in this short life of mine. After all we had been through, I thought that was the right move. To throw away someone who'd be willing to sacrifice it all for me. I think I was selfish and self-absorbed. I acted like it didn't hurt me to do that, but it did. She didn't think that though. Guess that dramatic arts award in high school really helped. I went away for a while due to work, and that's when I really felt it. We promised to still be friends. You could guess how that went. We spoke every day, and then one day she stopped. She called back a few days later, and I found out she was seeing someone new. In hindsight, I'm glad she moved on. At the time, though, nope. I was livid. Felt like a guy in prison with his wife fucking someone else, and I couldn't do anything about it. I wanted her to come back to me. Yeah, I was selfish. I must have torn her apart, because she tried to get me back. I remember that. The next day, she called me, and she was angry. Didn't want anything to do with me, said we couldn't be friends anymore. I could feel the hatred through that phone. Really though, I think she just wanted me out of her life to stop her from feeling guilty. I knew her. That lady always felt like she could control her emotions, but I knew her. And it's okay, I understand. My work suffered. I felt no confidence in myself. Took a while, but I realized she was a lesson. Later on, I told off my family, told them to shove tradition to the side, and that if I could go back, I'd have never made a mistake like that. And I felt free after, no longer under their control, a overwhelming feeling of euphoria. It didn't last. I didn't have her anymore. It's okay. Months later, I'd be in a bar in Victoria with a new friend. He knew I was feeling down and he heard my story. He empathized and asked me if she was my first love. He told me that it would never feel like that again, that I would constantly look to find the same feeling that I did for my first, and that I would never find it. It's true. She left a hole in my heart, a void that might never be filled, but it doesn't mean I won't find another one who I'd love like that again. The next time, I won't let go. Not for anyone, especially not a set of rules like tradition. Thank you for listening to my disoriented voice.